What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video. And today we have the top 10 WWE Elite action figures of 2025, man. Got a top 10 list here. 2025 is almost over. It's December 27th, which is pretty crazy to say. But we've seen some pretty awesome stuff this year in terms of action figures. Not gonna lie, the mainline Elite series has been popping off. We've seen the defining moments, we've seen the legends, we've seen the three packs, we've seen the PLE lines, we've seen figures getting pumped out at a really fast rate from when wrestlers originally wore the attire, like either last year or this year. It's been pretty awesome for WWE action figures. Definitely a better year than 2024. So in this video, I'm going to count down what I think are the top 10 best WWE Elite action figures for 2025. We're not doing Ultimate Editions. I was going to do Ultimate Editions originally, but I feel like that's unfair to the Elites. Starting off with honorable mentions, I'm going to go pretty quickly on these because I took like 15 minutes on honorable mentions for best figures of 2024. So starting off with honorable mentions, we have the Elite 117 Axiom. This one was pretty close to making the top 10, not gonna lie. I was very gaga over this figure when it originally came out, and rightfully so. The attire is wicked awesome. He's got the really unique mask for Axiom. I think the sizing is really accurate. And of course, it poses around really well. I'd probably use it more had I been able to get the basic Nathan Frazier, and or that would have made an elite Nathan Frazier, which neither of those scenarios has happened yet. But that Axiom is still a really nice figure, and I highly recommend it. This is gonna be controversial, but I gotta give an honorable mention spot to The Miz from the Awesome Truth 3 pack. I hate this head sculpt, dude, and this figure probably would have made the top 10 if not for this head sculpt. But it's just not the Miz, man. But this figure is mostly on the list because I never had an elite of the Miz like ever originally, and I really wanted one for all these years, and then like I finally got one, so it's got that sentimental attachment. It's got that hype that I had going into the Awesome Truth 3 pack, and I think the attire is really cool as well. It poses around really nice as well as the Axiom. So yeah, the Miz definitely got an honorable mention spot there. We saw two pretty nice Randy Ortons here, but the thing that held these figures back from going to the top 10 was because one leg poses forward and the other leg just kicks back. That's right, the figures are still struggling with that. But these Randy Ortons are both pretty nice. It got the top picks 2025 Randy Orton and then the Elite 116 Daddy's Back Randy Orton, respectively. But both really good figures. I like the updated torsos on them. I like the updated formulas and all that. It's just the leg articulation that held them back. Kind of a similar scenario here on the Royal Rumble 2026 Elite CM Punk. This one is very aesthetically awesome. I think this is one of the best head sculpts that we've ever seen on a Mattel CM Punk, and I really love the red attire as well. This is of course from Royal Rumble 2010 when he like preached about this straight edge lifestyle in the middle of the Royal Rumble, started throwing people out and all that. So it definitely has that moment factor to it. But like once again, you go to pose the legs, and then this one just falls down, man. I've complained about this endlessly on my YouTube channel, and Mattel still hasn't fixed it, unfortunately. Hopefully, that is an issue that they're able to fully rectify in 2026, because I feel like a lot of figures have had that issue fixed. The Elite 116 Jade Cargill, definitely one of the best women's elite figures of the year. I think this figure is very aesthetically realistic to Jade Cargill. It's got like the muscular proportions, it's got the silver attire, it's got this head sculpt, which does look a lot like Jade Cargill in my opinion. Not everybody liked it. The main thing holding this figure back was just like the rubber jacket, man. You kind of need to have that jacket on your Jade Cargill, and then it's like it's a rubber and crap, and you can't really pose it. So that's mostly what held this Jade Cargo back from reaching the top 10. It might have had the jacket been cloth, but yeah, there's Jade Cargill. And finally, for the honorable mentions, we have the Elite 120 Collector's Edition John Cena. It was either this one or the Royal Rumble 2026 Elite that was going to make it into the top 10, because I didn't want to have two of the same person in the top 10, because of course both these figures are John Cena figures. But yeah, this one is slightly inferior to that Royal Rumble Elite, but it's still really good based off his first heel promo. The only reason I find it inferior is because of the head sculpt that I was talking about in my Christmas haul video. But this John Cena is still really nice based off pretty awesome moment when he originally cut his heel promo, and then he was cutting it on Cody Rhodes, cutting on the kid and everything. But yeah, that's it for the honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 10 list now. Into my top 10 list for best WWE elites of 2025. I want to start off with number 10, and it is the Elite 118, Jacob Fatu. This might be a bit of a controversial choice just because certain people were complaining about this Jacob Fatu originally when it came out. But I definitely saw this one as the highlight of Elite Series 118. The only gripe with this Jacob Fatu, because it looks pretty much real. Like if you like zoom out, like that looks a heck of a lot like Jacob Fatu. But the only reason why this figure is so low is because of the skinny arms, man. Even then, I feel like the arms aren't really that big of an issue because I feel like he was built pretty much like this, like back when he was wearing this attire, back when he was originally like with Solo Sikoa and all that, like his early days. So I still think it's accurate in that regard. But as far as like your current Jacob Fatu, he's gotten a little bit bigger. You know, his arms are a little bit bigger now. So that's the only reason this figure is held back. But I still think this one is really nice. The super tight cloth T-shirt is really cool, and I especially love the head sculpt. He's got the savage Jacob Fatu smile going on with the red and the black dreadlocks and his hair. It's absolutely awesome. So yeah, number 10. I had to give it to the Elite Series 118 Jacob Fatu. Yada I mean. Number 9, we got the Awesome Truth 3-pack R Truth, man. That's right. You got R Truth, Ron Killings coming up in here. Definitely the best figure from the Awesome Truth 3-pack, in my opinion. I was sort of touching on the Miz earlier. The Triple H didn't make the top 10 or the honorable mentions. I just feel like that was kind of a weird figure in a lot of regards. But the R Truth is definitely really awesome. You got this updated looking R Truth head sculpt with the really unique hair. He's got the Awesome Truth Velcro-less shirt with the brick design on the front and the back as well. The attire is really cool with the Awesome Truth logos, and I feel like this figure overall. He also does have like the new torso under there, so it's more accurate than like the super jacked Triple H torso they used to use on the R Truths. And when I look at this one, it just makes me smile, man. So I had to put number 9, the Elite Awesome Truth 3-pack R Truth. Coming in at number 8, we got the Elite Series 121 CM Punk. I know I was talking about the leg articulation, and this one has like the exact same issue because like you move the leg forward and it just kicks back. But I feel like this figure is good enough to kind of cancel that out. I feel like the head sculpt looks a lot like CM Punk. A couple of my buddies didn't like it, but I think this does look a lot like a modern CM Punk. I think it's just the gray in the beard that throws people off. But it's still good for like your modern punk sculpt. You can see the sculpted wrist tape on the side of his arm, just down on his hand, which is kind of weird. He's got the best in the world cut off tank, and then if you look underneath, you got the Bash in Berlin 2024 slash AEW All In 2023 attire, which is really awesome. So yeah, had to give number 8 to the best in the world, CM Punk. Number 7, it is the Elite Series 117 Rhea Ripley. Elite 117 was a fire series, man. Definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite Elite Series, at least in the main line of the year. This Rhea Ripley is really awesome. I waited a long time to get it, and it's really awesome when you get it in hand. You got the Rhea Ripley jacket with the Australian flag going down the back. The attire and the proportions are both equally awesome. And this is really good for your current Rhea Ripley fix with the makeup and then the long hair and everything. And it's definitely probably the best Elite Rhea Ripley we've ever seen. I'd probably say that this one is better than the Ultimate Edition as well. At least if you want like a current Rhea Ripley, this one is better for like a current Rhea than the Ultimate Edition is, because the Ultimate Edition is just like a little bit outdated, you know. But at number 7, we got the Elite 117 Mommy. Number 6, I kind of brought this figure up when I was talking about the honorable mentions, and it is the Royal Rumble 2026 Elite John Cena. The best figure from the Royal Rumble 2026 wave easily. I think this John Cena is absolutely awesome, especially at the speed at which they pumped it out, man, because he wore this attire in February, of course, at the Royal Rumble, and we ended up getting it in like November or October, which is absolutely awesome. We got the Indianapolis gear for Cena, his final ever Royal Rumble with the blue on the back. After this, you can't see me. This thing was really awesome, man. I like the head sculpt on it because this is smiling Cena before he turned heel, so that's accurate. And yeah, this John Cena is absolutely awesome, and it is my favorite John Cena Elite, at least that I got into my collection that I have this year. So yeah, number 6, it is the Royal Rumble 2026 Elite Jonathan Cena. Getting into my top five list here, we got to give out a mention to the Legends Series Kurt Angle. This is the Legends Series 26 Wrestling Machine Kurt Angle based off of 2006. And this figure is a beast, man. Not only does it pose around really, really well, it just looks a lot like Kurt Angle, man. Like he got the mean looking facial expression with the mouth guard sticking out. This is like peak like prime Kurt Angle here, and I don't know what I just did to my camera. Sorry guys, I was trying to wipe a speck of dust off of my screen, but this Kurt Angle is still absolutely awesome, man. The gear, you can see the eagle with the American flag in the front. On the back, you can see the same logo. This Kurt Angle is just really, really awesome, man. Held back slightly by the fact, you probably can't even see this, but it's held back slightly by the fact that the arms are a different color than the skin tone. That's always thrown me off. This figure might have been at least top three, if not for that. But this Kurt Angle is still an absolute beast, man. So I gotta give it number five to the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Number four, we're getting into the deep waters here. The best WWE Elite action figures of 2024. We got the Elite 121, Carmelo Hayes, man. But my favorite figure from Elite 121, Elite 121 was a pretty good set, honestly. But my favorite one was definitely the Carmelo Hayes, man. Not featured here, but he did come with the glasses as well as the Mellow Don't Miss shirt. This one is awesome, man. Head sculpt is really okay in my opinion. I know that some people don't like it, but dude, even if I didn't like the head sculpt, I feel like I'd still hold this figure up to a high regard. I waited a long time to get an elite of get a figure of Carmelo Hayes at all, and this one is just really awesome, man. I love the torso choice. Poses around really, really good. You can get all the different articulations that you want out of this mellow. And the attire, you got the red, white, and blue with all the different crazy logos. Says him on the back. And he just won the United States Championship on SmackDown last night, which is awesome. Congratulations to Carmelo Hayes. And at number four, I got the Elite 121 Mello. Number three, I was kind of torn on this spot. It was between this one and then the figure I'm going to talk about at number two. But it is Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins, the Elite 117 Seth Rollins, based off of WrestleMania 40 Night 2 when he faced Drew McIntyre and lost to Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Dude, look at this attire, man. I remember back when I filmed this review, the review on this figure, it was just like, man, this gear is absolutely awesome. The purple flames are so sick, dude, going up the front and then around to the back. He got the silver and gold line going up the side of his legs. And also, I know I keep talking about the posability, but it's an important part of the action figures, guys. Just suck it up. The posability on the Seth Rollins is really, really awesome. You can do whatever you want with this Seth. And yeah, this is probably my favorite Seth Rollins figure that I have in my collection. When that new Ultimate Edition comes out, the Ultimate Edition based off of Netflix Raw from January 6th, this one is probably going to become obsolete to that. But at this stage, this is my favorite Seth Rollins action figure in my collection. So at number three, I got the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins, hoping this guy comes back at the Rumble next year. Number two, I've seen some people call this their favorite figure of the year, and rightfully so, as this one is awesome. We got the Elite 119 Dominic Mysterio, man. This is our first real like dirty Dom that we're seeing from his like peak run. I know we saw the Elite 105, the Elite 109, and then the Ultimate based off of WrestleMania 39. But this is our first like peak Dominic Mysterio that we're seeing. He's got the white boots. He's got all the tassels hanging off of the jacket, and the attire is really really cool with the purple like rib cage. You can see the waist wrap shirt that he has with the Finn, Damian Rhea, and Dirty Dom Judgment Day shirt. And yeah, this thing when it came out, it was just like highly detailed, highly looking like Dominic Mysterio, especially in that head sculpt with the updated mullet and the updated mustache. Tattoo detail on fleek, and dude, this figure is just so detailed, man. The Ultimate Edition coming out does look really good. I think it's out already. The Ultimate Edition that's out already does look pretty good, but this Dominic Mysterio is still awesome, and I have to give it the number two spot for 2025. Number one, I know it's predictable, but I'm just gonna do it. It is the defining moments, Jay Uso. This thing is just so toyetic, man. I gotta use that word toyetic for this defining moments, Jey Uso. He's got the Yeet foam hands, man. He's got the Yeet glasses. But Yeet everywhere you look on this attire with the pink and the light blue and the white. Light blue is like one of the most underrated colors in the world, by the way. He's got the updated Intercontinental Championship with the blue in the center and the Jey Uso side plates. This thing is just absolutely awesome, man. If you don't have this Jey Uso, this is the one I recommend. This is the action figure that I recommend throughout the entirety of 2025. And yeah, it is my favorite WWE action figure of 2025. I know I was originally talking about the head sculpt and how it was too big and all that, but if you put the glasses on it, it does look right. Not gonna lie, it looks right. It looks like Jey Uso. And overall, this one is just my favorite WWE action figure of the year. So I gotta go number one, four letters, one word. Yeet. But yes, guys, that about does it for the best WWE Elite action figures of 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments down below what you think was the best WWE figure of 2025. I'd also greatly appreciate it if you were to smash a like on this video, subscribe to Jed Wrestling, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. But yes, Jed Wrestling out.